And so would Martin Scorsese over Marvel movies.
He ripped out a big fart in the middle of his interview.
I mean, yeah.
Where's the queen?
Speaking of, this is the biggest news that's making the rounds today.
Yes.
Martin Scorsese doesn't like Marvel movies very much, and he was speaking to Empire via Screen Rant from this report and admitted he doesn't view Marvel movies as cinema. I don't see them, revealed Scorsese. I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest I can think of them, as well made as they are, with the actors doing the best they can under the circumstances, is theme parks. It isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experience to another human being.
Look.
How do you really feel, Marty?
I know.
I'm shocked that the director of Taxi Driver doesn't like Marvel movies.
So many sides to that, though. It's like this classic. He's one of the elite filmmakers all time.
And he's also
Old.
70-something.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
grandpa's on
he's
his
not
tea drinking his
70,
porch,
he's
and he's just like, keep those motorcycles away from
But
us.
This is the greatest quote of all time.
But he's
I love
also
it.
half right, though.
He
He's
is.
half right. Like,
He is.
most superhero movies are not that deep. Like,
Well, deep is different than saying it's not cinema. Because I think that you take away a lot from when you tell someone like Ryan Coogler
Yes.
or these people who are
Right.
putting in the time and effort that it's not cinema. It's cinema. It's like there's. I don't disagree with the analogy of the amusement park stuff because they are big fun rides. That's kind of the point of it.
But maybe
there's a lot
he
of it
only
that was
watched
correct.
like Daredevil and Catwoman.
Whatever he saw, right? But you're not wrong though. He probably
Thor:
doesn't even-
Dark World.
He probably thought Blank Man was a Marvel Cinematic Universe
Hey.
movie.
Don't mess with Blank Man.
Yeah, but
or
yeah,
Dark Man.
But
The Phantom.
Yeah,
Hey.
but it's
Sicko.
Billy
my
Zane's a
my
really
thing
cool
with
dude.
this is when the classic filmmaker. This has happened a couple different times, right? When filmmakers or even someone like Mark Maron comes out. Mark Maron does it to goad the audience.
Yeah.
He's notorious for that, right? Scorsese, it's just at this point, if you're Scorsese's publicist, first of all, you're like, Marty, that's like, let's not. We don't need to do that, But then the other side of it is, it's fucking Martin Scorsese.
I know.
Yeah.
Say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He say
Didn't
whatever he
James
wants.
Here's the
Cameron
thing,
say something along those lines?
He probably said something 5 minutes ago.
They've all had. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
They've all said
Yeah.
that. I
He
mean,
said
But
Wonder
that's,
Avatar's
Woman,
not a
but-
comic book movie?
No,
It's
he said
clearly a
he said the
comic
shit
book
about
movie.
Wonder Woman.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was kind of dumb.
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I thought Scorsese was 77 years old, okay? My dad loves the Marvel movies. He's 71. I think it's all a matter of, like, your
Yeah.
bitter taste.
I know,
Yeah.
but also anybody who calls it cinema, anybody who the distinction he wants to make is cinema, like that's like it's
It's a different.
it's a different
Right.
that's just
He's
The only people that call it cinema are Martin Scorsese or people in Europe because they still call it
Yes.
cinema. Like, they don't go... They see
William,
films, they see
William
cinema.
Bibiani just tweeted you and said that you're wrong.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks, babes. I blocked you 10 years ago.
But
But
look,
do you guys think he's sort of agree with him, but think he's being a snob? Or
I think there's some things he said inside of that you could see where he's coming from. I wouldn't use the word snob, but I would use the word creature of habit. Because that's what he's been doing for a very long time. This is there is a thing against the comic book movie because that is what is dominating the film industry right now as far as dollars go. So of course, there's going to be those people who do not like them and do not like watching them are going to be like, this is the only thing that people are going to watch in the theater, and that's a pain in the ass. I had to put Joe Pesci and De Niro on fucking Netflix because nobody's going to go watch it in the theater.
Right.
And it's getting all these great reviews, and everybody loves it and saying it's one of the best things I ever did. But if I put it on the theaters, it'll lose money. That sucks.
That does suck.
It
I'm
does, and I
with you
get
on
it.
that.
Yeah, I get it. But it's
Well, also because superhero movies have become the blockbusters of our time, right? And so I wonder if what he would say about Jaws was a blockbuster, right? Jurassic Park was a blockbuster, right?
Well,
so is
he would
that to him, would that be cinema?
No,
That's what I'm curious
I
about.
think he would tell you that it is because I think the difference would say like Jaws, and because the thing I thought that was accurate from what he was saying was they are like amusement parks.
Right.
It's one of the reasons why I enjoy going to movie theaters now, with the exception of something like Joker last night, because I think that Joker is a movie that does deal with what he's talking about, those types of themes. But when you go to these big, whether it's Star Wars or a Marvel movie or whatever, you go for the experience the same way that you would for that thrill ride that you go for amusement park. So I think that's accurate. But I think it's inaccurate to say that there are not a lot of relationships and things that happen because I thought Endgame had a lot. I think that when we were expecting Endgame, that's what you liked about it was there was a lot of character work inside of Endgame.
Yeah, and I think I've said this before that I I agree with what he's saying when I see a movie like Infinity War, to me personally.
Yeah.
But I think Endgame actually did have a lot of really good character development and other themes that are important to talk about.
It's hard to summarize it when you've only seen maybe one and then shut it off. Like you haven't seen the whole library, so that's another reason why it's hard to say. But it's just not. Martin Scorsese's not buying a ticket to go see Thor: The Dark World. No, you know what I mean?
I mean, the thing
No,
that
he's
just gets
not.
me.
Nobody was.
The thing that gets me about this all is just like that's his opinion.
Right.
Like,
Right.
That's just how the man feels.
Right.
Like you can disagree with him and then go buy a ticket.
Right.
Like like it's sort of that thing
Doesn't
where like
work that way,
opinions now. I know
Welcome to
opinions
social
now.
media.
I know. I know.
Follow
God.
you at Cadis
But
Montgomery.
also because people, and this is related to Joker too, that people have kind of their own versions of what a character means to them or what a franchise means to them, and it's like they want everyone to share that exact same opinion, and that is impossible because we're all different.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I wonder also if he was kind of fed in the fact because was this during the promotion of because he was involved for Joker for a bit. Is he still a producer on it?
I don't think he is a producer anymore. I think that
Okay.
I'm wondering if he was
wondering if that
involved
was-
at one point as
Yeah.
an executive, but
Yeah.
the executive producer then
Either way,
got
it's
off
Martin
it.
Scorsese. He's allowed to say whatever the fuck he wants. Moving on.
Exactly.
All right. What's next?
Thank you. Let me get up. What's next here? Yeah, the Joker. It's already breaking box office records. We have some.